What's up, Sorshu? What's up, Jank Nation? What's up, everybody? Today is another exciting episode of Six Frame Overhead. It's me, Jank here, and other co-host, the GOAT,
Hey,
the
what's
man,
up?
the myth, the legend, the GOAT. But in today's news, there's a couple things. There's a couple things going on. First thing in news, and this is a quick one. So for those who know of this game, there's a game called, and this is considered a fighting game. This is not something you see in tournament, but still considered a fighting game. So for those who don't know, the game came out last year called Override. Override's like this Godzilla, kaiju, giant robot fighting game. So
Yep.
there's a new one coming out, and it actually comes out on December 22nd, which I didn't know until like literally
That's
yesterday.
pretty close.
I knew about the game, but I didn't know the new game was coming out this close.
Damn,
But
they didn't give a 6-month hype notice.
I mean, there was
Usually-
hype in between. I've been getting emails about it, but I've been because I'm ever since I bought the first game, I've been part of like their newsletter. But I don't pay no mind to it until I saw like the tagline says Override 2. I was like, what is this?
Shoot.
But in that news regards, I do have a little bit of a treat. There's a character they announced that I'm not going to spoil it. I won't let the trailer do for itself its job, so I won't let you see for yourself if I can do this. There we go. Oh, that kind of teased it. Me trying to fix things. Wait.
Yep.
Oh.
Yo, that
that
black
explains
screen
that.
mode is awesome. Is that a new feature?
Oh, that's cool. Because that means I didn't get to show anything then. That is awesome then. There we go. Now we get to see who this is. Sorry for the thing. It's a Japanese trailer, so it was the only thing I can get. But
Wow, the Japanese really putting QR codes in the corner of their videos?
apparently, I don't know why, but they did for this one.
It is huge and obnoxious, too.
But as long as you can see the gameplay, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So for those who haven't caught on yet, they put Ultraman in the game, which I'm kind of hype about.
Ooh. Next-gen effects. Look at all those
Yep.
particles.
And this game is on PS4, PS5, and it's coming for Switch too. So
It's coming for PC or no?
yes, actually yes.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, the first game's on PC, so this one's definitely is too. So, but now that I see Ultraman, this kind of could open up a lot of other things too. I don't know, because did Kamen Rider ever grow big? I don't think he ever grew big. Like, I don't think he grew big.
I don't think so either.
No, I don't think so either. But something that could happen that's kind of crazy, if they do like a, and this would be good marketing. If they put the Megazord from Power Rangers in there, like the original first one, something crazy like that will work. Like this Mighty Morphin, that would be kind of.
Well,
But I
that'd be
don't
cool if they added
have
that.
to work with Saban, and Saban gotta be not
Yeah,
so picky.
licensing. Yeah, licensing. And
Yeah, so
they have to pay a dividends, you know.
yeah, it'll be a whole thing in itself. So I don't know how that would actually work per se. But in other news though, there was another thing that dropped recently within the last day or so. So Goat missed out on this one. So
yeah, I missed out on it.
for those who don't know, MK just blew everything out the way. And this is not a new character. This is not a new character. This is the
Oh,
most-
there! I heard about this. Yeah, the costume.
Yeah, so I'm usually, and everyone knows if you've seen the last couple of videos when this comes up when we talk about DLC, one of the things I do not care about the most is costume. I usually don't, because I'd rather buy a character than to buy a costume, unless the costume is in this scenario one of these crazy things. So for those who don't know, they decided to put the freaking versions of the movies in the game, and I was like,
But they didn't put Liu Kang though.
I don't think they can afford Liu Kang.
He's a Hong Kong star. You couldn't afford him.
I don't know. Maybe.
But then again,
I don't know.
out of all of them, well, they had Landon. So Landon
Chris
is, I
Lambert.
guess.
But I'll let y'all see the trailer for yourself, though. I do got the trailer right here.
How you not have Liu Kang, man?
Yeah, I'm just happy I got Raiden. I went to Chris Lambert. I went. But they look good though.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, there are I know Chris Lambert, the voice. Here we go. The voice actors, and I don't know about the other two.
Man,
I
he
think
sounds great. He sounds like he smoked like 6 cartons of cigarettes.
that's
Sounds
how he
great.
always sounds though.
Yeah, I know. That's the point. Yeah.
So perfect.
Too bad they don't have Goro to do the nut punch.
Oh, yo, that would have
Would you?
made sense. Or did on Shiva just for the reference or whatever.
It's like
That made a lot of sense. But that's one that's I was really hyped about that. Oh, fun facts. They do say specific things and
Oh,
that
I
are
know.
different.
I heard it this morning. I heard all of the lines this morning.
Yeah, well, here's one other thing. So, y'all remember, and I don't have a video for this one, but you remember how Johnny Cage does the stand-up fatality where he rips the body off and he does the stand-up act with the puppet?
Yeah.
There's actually different ones when you're in that skin.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I have to see that.
I found it out earlier. That was kind of sick. I thought that was kind of sick. I was like, yo, they went all out. But I'm not surprised when it comes to NetherRealm. They usually go all out when they make all the different stuff, so that's kind of cool.
But you know what? I've been seeing matches with the loose variation system where you could just make any variation. It's pretty hype, man. These pros are figuring out some nutty.
Yeah. I always saw with Rambo where he has like an infinite gun thing. I don't know if that was a glitch or whatever, but you know he pulls the gun out the ground and does there's like an infinite whatever where he just keeps going.
The gun doesn't do that much damage. It looks like it does because it'll be busted. And the chip is very small, so they made sure they balance that move so the chip isn't big. And
I don't know. Viscant posted a thing about the infinite gun shooting. I was like, I don't know if this is a Steam mod or something. I just saw it. I was like, if this is a legit thing, we're going to have an issue. But I don't think so. I think it was like a mod or a glitch or something. But now the MK's out the way. Now it's time for the huge topic for today. And I think everyone saw this one coming. Free Melee.
Yeah, everybody saw that coming. Yeah.
So
Nintendo's tripping again.
So for those who don't know, there is a huge event that happens every year called the Big House. The Big House is basically like
when's the first Big House? 2011 or 2012? It's like
I think it's like 2011 is when they first did.
Yeah, that was the first one. Yeah.
But for those who don't know, the Big House is like this big premiere event that happens every year. It's like an all-stars match basically. And basically how it works is they invite the best players of that year basically
It's an open tournament though. It is an open tournament. It's not just Melee, it's for all the smashes.
It's for all the smashes, but I know oh, you know what? I just thought about I'm getting Big House confused with the Summit. I just got mixed with Summit. But anyway, it's a huge Melee event that happens and it was up and coming and this was going to be one of the bigger tournaments that was going to actually happen online with COVID going on and everything and how all these tournaments been put on hold. So they were like, okay, we're going to find a way to do it. So what's leading up to this free Melee thing here. So there is, for those don't know,
can I explain something to
go for it. If you got better.
The main reason Nintendo did this, and I find this is an excuse for Nintendo to do it. For Melee, play Melee online, they use rollback netcode, and they have to use something called Slippy. Mm-hmm. But to use Slippy, they can't use Slippy directly with their GameCube. They have to download the Dolphin ROM and run it through Dolphin and run Slippy through Dolphin. So technically, Nintendo sees that as pirating. So even though all the people have legit copies of the game.
Right. That's one issue, and then the other issue, they're saying they're modding the game, but technically the mod is not to the game itself; it's to the emulator. Emulation is technically legal if you have the game.
Yes,
exactly. On a law.
But Nintendo doesn't care.
Right.
And Nintendo has a history of this, like the Evo thing, and
Right,
just
Evo 2000. Actually, the year I went to Evo was 2013. In the first year I went to Evo 2014 when this happened, they Melee almost did not make it, and that was the year Melee was just coming back into the Evo scene actually.
yeah,
And basically Nintendo banned Melee like I think it was like a couple months before the tournament was about to start, and it wasn't until they raised money, and the money was raised for like breast cancer awareness. It was like some
yeah,
cancer awareness thing, and then Nintendo was like, "Okay, you can do it."
yeah. PR reasons, they didn't want
Right
bad PR. Yeah,
now, on top of all this, some other mess dropped. So about 2 days, like about I think a day ago, and people have been reading it. I don't know. I'm not going to read every single document point because it's really long. But basically, a former employee or people who have connections to a former employee of Nintendo has basically dropped the ball and leaked out a bunch of information that Nintendo did in the backgrounds. I guess the truth behind the whole esports thing, why they're not doing what they have done, how they screwed a bunch of people, or how they basically was like, oh, we're going to do this, or they will do it and not do it. So basically, Nintendo wants, from based on what I read, because there have been a bunch of opportunities with Red Bulls and other sponsor people who were even legitimately was like, we're going to pay out this to do this and this. And Nintendo literally was like, okay, we'll do this. And then when it comes to like the day of or when it's about to happen, Nintendo like backs out every single time.
yeah. This is weird. And then they, and this is kind of related, but not. They just there's something about fan content they don't like. They used to flag YouTubers. That's why a lot of people don't like to review Nintendo games on YouTube because and then people try to stream Zelda on Twitch recently and they got flagged and they got a strike. And then, Nintendo's not the most
Hyrule,
community
and
friendly
ever
people.
since this big thing, they're like, oh, you know what? If we're stopping this, we're going to stop everything Nintendo related. So they basically stopped Hyrule Warriors Calamity, which just came out recently. They banned a couple people for that, and this is the double-sided scenario too. They're saying because I guess there's a different, and this is the other part of it. There's apparently a second, was a separate release date, like Europe, like certain people get before we do at a certain time zone, and I think people were using like VPNs and stuff to get it ahead of time and all this other crazy mess.
Yeah.
And then they were showing the game, and Nintendo was like, "Nah, we're not letting that happen." And then, long story, got banned. Even Animal Crossing people were getting hit, which that's even crazier.
The game's been out for a while, yeah.
Right, and then like Goat says, when they have these issues, and this ain't the first time they've done something like that. When they're put against the back of the wall, they'll start hitting all the games because they're basically afraid.
Yeah,
more or less. And this is also part of the reason when it comes to, I guess, sponsorship goes, people are afraid to sponsor, like, especially like Smash stuff, because it's one of those things where we want to do it, but they're afraid to because there's no money into it, because nobody's putting money into it, and the people that want to help just not helping. Like one of the things they were saying that Nintendo was charging for one of the events they were going to do, they was charging $50,000 to use, I guess, the rights or whatever for Smash Brothers and everything, which is crazy. For those who don't know, for Street Fighter to use the rights for one of the bigger tournaments and all that stuff, it's actually smaller. It's actually half. It's like 20 to 25,000. So and all the other games are even cheaper, like Guilty Gear and all the when they do the really really big tournaments and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
So it's crazy. And then Red Bull and other big esports people try to work with them on multiple occasions, and it's been like downhill. That's why if you notice, Red Bull doesn't even bring it up anymore because it's like it's not worth it. They're trying. There've been times where they literally was like, "You don't have to do anything. We just want to be able to do this. We'll pay for everything." And Nintendo straight up said no.
Yeah, I know.
Being done for them.
But this is the Scooby-Doo mystery. Why are they doing it? Like, I don't see the fiscal angle. I don't see the PR angle. I don't see
and it doesn't make sense.
I don't see the angle. I don't see the.
And it's not like it's hurting you. It benefits you. It's free money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand the. Anyway, what do you say? Pros are scaring away casuals. Freaking Fortnite is casual as hell, and then like they have crazy the skill gap between the pros and the normal people are like huge. It has nothing to do with pros. I mean, I don't know what I remember. They used to. I remember way back they made an excuse. Well, the professionals are gonna scare away the casuals. Like, no, they don't.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that's kind of doing it too. I think they have a premise, and me and Serge talked about this earlier part of the day. Like, you know how Disney, and this is probably the best way to put. You know how Disney always wants it to be like the happiest place on earth, no matter
Yeah.
what. They're always like, oh, we need this to be this. I think Nintendo is sort of in that realm because it really doesn't make sense, especially when they come out with like balance patches. So that notion is kind of out the window to a certain extent. Where it's like, because Smash, we all know Smash was never meant to be a true like competitive fighting game. It was just a fun party game.
Yeah.
And I guess Nintendo still wants to keep that notion of it being a party game, but to a certain extent, I find that hard to believe when they're doing patch updates.
So
right?
No,
no.
Well, not really. They kind of changed their mind in that in Smash 4 because Nintendo was kind of like wasn't anti during that era. They kind of opened up to it because after the Evo problem, I think they kind of like saw the light kind of, and I think they're regressing back. Because Ultimate, like Sakurai went to a few tournaments, Nintendo held a few tournaments, so I think there's something that's happened recently that just made them turn like that. I don't know. It's something recently, like in the last month or two, that made them. I don't know. Maybe management, maybe the CEO. I know Reggie retired. I don't know. Yep, the Japanese. I know the Japanese. I don't. Serge said, the Japanese culture. Nintendo. The Japanese wing of Nintendo is very not about that life anyway. So I'm perplexed. I don't know why they're doing this.
Right.
Usually there's a reason for it.
It's a really, really crazy.
I don't know. Yeah. Because I know really Ultimate does cater to competitive people too. I know they do. Yeah. Yeah. So
it's like they're doing just so people can buy the game, but they won't promote. It's a weird, crazy.
And the Melee thing doesn't make any sense because you can say pirate all you want. You don't sell Melee on the in any online store or nothing. Nintendo, there's no way to get Nintendo Melee.
Right, and it's not like the people playing Melee haven't bought the game.
Yeah,
like
I have a copy of Melee. Yeah, I have
same
a copy
here.
Of Melee. Yeah,
same here. So it's crazy. It's crazy, but I guess we'll never know as far as the accent goes. But in other news, and people are thinking this may have been a way of them trying to show Nintendo that this can be a thing. So, does anybody know who Ryan Garcia is? So, for those who don't know, Ryan Garcia is a really huge professional boxer. And he was part of the whole, he wrote a tweet not too long ago saying, long story short, I've been playing Melee since I've been watching an Evo tournament or whatever, and I love the game, and I feel like they should free Melee, which is crazy, coming from a perspective of a boxer.
Yeah.
And everything. Even though at the end of the day, I'm just like, we're all human. Don't be surprised when you hear one of your superstar plays the game or whatever. But it's cool.
You know who likes to watch? I know you don't. We don't really care about this guy, but you know who likes to watch professional Melee? Ninja. You know the Fortnite player.
Oh yeah. He likes to watch it, but he's not that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But there's some point to this. So, in light of all this, Ryan Garcia has challenged MK Leo to a $30,000 match.
Oh, yo, MK Leo got free money, yo. God bless MK Leo. Oh, man, that's free money, man.
Free money.
Yo, this boxer's so nice. He knows he's going to lose, and he's going to give him money.
As of today, he agreed. He officially agreed to it. Yeah. So now the question brings up now, because he said he likes Melee. Is he going to make him play Melee, or is he going to play him in Ultimate? Because as far as I know, MK Lee doesn't really play Melee, but still,
I think he's secret. I know he played PM. And
Oh
PM
yeah, I
plays
know
like
he played
Melee.
PM, but you think he secretly plays Melee?
I think he doesn't sign. He's friends with M2K and stuff. That's well. Mm, I don't know.
But
If he said Ultimate, maybe Robert Garcia just likes Smash in general.
right, well, he said Melee or whatever, but
yeah, but he was talking in the context of free and Melee though.
And then here, and I found that tweet right here. I went more into the page, but I challenged MK Leo to a $30 Smash match. 2 sets. Someone let him know, and then now they're setting a date. I'm down to make this happen. So that's the confirm from MK Leo right there. So this should be. So I'm just curious if they're gonna play Ultimate or not. If they play Ultimate, it's free. Now it'll be crazy if it's like the Lupe Fiasco scenario. Now, with the Lupe Fiasco scenario, I'm always half and half about it, because it's one of those things where it's like okay, like Daigo perfect Lupe Fiasco the first round. So for those who don't know, a while back, 2016, Lupe Fiasco went against the Beast himself, Daigo Umehara. In the first, I think it was like the first of 5 in Street Fighter 5. This was like early Street Fighter 5 to promote the game or whatever. It was hype. It was freaking. Now, Lupe Fiasco went into training, and he was being trained by Combo Fiend.
Wow.
So this was actually kind of interesting. They played that. Lupe actually did pretty interesting. Now, he won. Now, Lupe Fiasco technically won the set.
Yeah.
But, from my opinion, I think there was a misconception. Because, for those who don't know, Daigo doesn't speak the best of English. Like, his English, like, I met him in person. His English is kind of like, eh.
Yeah, passable, just
Yeah,
basic communication.
he understands basic stuff, but it's like,
yeah.
So from when I was watching the clip a while back, there was a misconception on how, and I think Daigo led him to a certain. I think Daigo led him.
Probably no. Trust me,
Right,
Daigo is one of the.
But he was like, wait, this was the final. Like Daigo didn't know this was the final round.
Oh.
And he's like, wait, this is the final. And Lupe was like, I won. It was actually really funny. But at the end of the day, Lupe Fiasco really respected him. He gave him a custom-made jacket he got from who's the guy who made Metal Gear Solid?
Hideo Kojima.
Kojima. He has this crazy Kojima Metal Gear Solid jacket that he got personally by them.
Yeah.
And he gave it to Daigo.
Wow.
He's like much respect, and he gave him the jacket. It was really cool. It was really cool. But,
I love. We need to make an episode about Kojima, even though he doesn't make fighting games. But man, he makes his storylines are so horseshit, but they're so interesting at the same time. They're like well written, but like horseshit at the same. I don't know. Well, that's a different topic.
That's a topic for a different day. But on that segue, we'll end on the final topic for today, which is and this involves another superstar. I don't have the article for this one, but so to bring you some recap that led up to this event that I'm about to bring up now. So Michael B. Jordan, aka Killmonger, a while back, Maximilian did a whole thing about how he misses Marvel, how he wished Marvel would come back, and then Michael B. Jordan posted something like playing like, I love Marvel vs. Capcom. I don't know why we don't have another one, and this and this. So this got Maximilian thinking, intrigued him. So for those who don't know, this past weekend, Maximilian held a 32 invitational Marvel vs. Capcom tournament. And it was hosted by, and it was commentated by.
It happened already?
Yes, it happened. It was sick. It was sick. It was hosted by
what is it called? The Marvel 3 Invitational?
It's called it's a Twitch Rivals event. Maximilian's Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It's on Twitch still up there. And everything. I gotta find it later on. That's why I didn't have clips for it and everything. But and the two commentators were IFC Yipes, so you know that was hype, and it was Tasty Steve. So
shoot, they had Tasty Steve and Yipes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was a godlike combination.
It was pretty sick.
Trolling and the lulls and
yeah.
Stupid
and then
commentary
they
in a
give
good
you
way.
some insight with who some of the competitors were. Freaking Ryan LV was in it. Which he was. Fun facts: he was the tournament winner. Ray Ray was in it. Yeah, it was.
Wow, they had Ray.
Yeah. Actually, grand finals was Ray Ray versus Ryan LV. In the first 3 games, Ray Ray went in. But unfortunately, after that, Ryan LV was cleaned up shop, and you know how that went.
Wow, man.
But which it was the third
the
2 invitational. A lot of people loved it. A lot of people said it was super hype. From the clips I see, I didn't watch the entire tournament, but from the clips I saw, and my boy I Heart Justice was in there. For those who don't know, I Heart Justice is by far the definitive, if not one of the best Phoenix Wright players in the tournament. So there was a couple hype matches with him. His team is Phoenix Wright, Captain America, and Doctor Strange. That's his team. Really interesting team. And he had a Phoenix Wright moment. I wish I had a clip for it. That was pretty hype. Pretty hype. But anyway, on that note, it brought a bunch of awareness from Marvel vs. Capcom, and Maximilian did another thing too. He told people, he gave them the green light. You can use my content from this stream and to do whatever you want with it, because he wants people to spread the word about the game and the tournament to bring a more awareness to everyone. So that's kind of cool. So if we ever decide later on down the line to rewatch it or something, or go over certain parts of it, we're allowed to do it. Because Maximilian wants everyone to share it. I thought that was the coolest thing that came out of that whole thing. I was like, whoa. Maximilian, he's at the end of the day, he's like, it's not about the money, it's not about this. He just wants people to spread the word about the game.
And Capcom's like, oh, really? Oh, you
right.
know,
Maybe that can trigger Capcom, maybe a new game. Who knows? Like, this can trigger a lot of things. So
this is probably never gonna happen. But a Capcom versus Nintendo, that'll never happen. But that'll be hype.
My body would not be ready for that.
Okay. I'm gonna interrupt for a minute, and I'm actually making it so that my voice is on this recording when this is being said. Hi, everybody. This is Sergio. I'm running as a director right now. Yay. I've decided to pull rank on this. We will be doing a reaction video at some point to that tournament. Look out for that.
Oh man.
That is all. Back to your regular scheduled news.
Oh man, so we gotta find a clip for that tournament then, apparently.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to find.
Yeah, it's probably on Twitch. Somebody sooner or later is gonna put it on YouTube, and then when they do it, I guess we'll hunt it down and do it. At least watch. I know. There's I'll say that there is a video out there of the top 5 moments from the tournament. Maybe we'll just watch that. However, when another YouTuber did it, I'm pretty sure they'll probably won't have a problem with us reacting to it. Because at the end of the day, the game is just free.
Was Chris G there?
I don't know.
I don't know why I laughed
I have
like
to
that.
look up later. I gotta find out who was there because it was 30. Like I wonder if I'm assuming they invited Chris G and Filipino chat. I'm assuming. But I mean I guess it's a topic for another day. But with that being said, thank you for watching another 6 Frame Overhead. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and let us know what you think on this whole free melee situation or anything else we talked about today. But with that being said, we'll see you soon, everyone. Oh, and happy Thanksgiving. So I forget that. Happy Thanksgiving, because by then everyone's be gobbling turkeys and having the itis and passing out. Yeah.
I found the tournament. Wait, this tournament wasn't in person. I'm laughing. I'm joking.
No, it was not in person. Get out of here. It played over Parsec, actually.
I see they're all commentating from their room. All right.
But Source you out.